Okay guys, welcome back to our memory game. Today we are working on the last episode of this game, hopefully. No, I'm joking, this is the last episode. This is going to be mainly focused on around two things. Well, first of all, we need to add in a button that allows us to go from the game scene back to either our main menu or our level select scene. I haven't decided that yet. And then I also want to go in and add in some sort of message to display that when the user has found a match. So when you pair up two cards that match each other, I want to display this message that says, hey, you've matched these cards. So just so there's some visual acknowledgement of that happening. And then we also need to do, what we need to do is, in the last episode I said that I wasn't going to make some more cards, but I was wrong. I did make some more cards because I figured we have to finish this game properly. Can't just leave it half done. So I've made a bunch of different cards, well not different cards, the same cards. I've just added some borders around them, different colored borders, so you have to try and match the card up. But if they've got a border, you obviously have to match that same card up with the same colored border. Just to get the code running with the different levels. But obviously it's just different cards. You can go ahead and add in any cards that you want into the game and it will work as long as they're in the cards folder. So let's go into the game and see what we can do. So I'll show you here first. In our resources folder, here is our cards. So before we only had one bat, one cat, one house, one pot, one pumpkin, a wish on a broom, and a wolf card. Now we have all of those, but we also have them with a blue border. We have them all with a green border. They have them all with an orange and a purple and a red and a yellow border. And then just because that is 7 times 7 is 49, we had to add a extra one so that we had at least 50 different at least 50 different cards, because in the maximum level, I think it's the hard level, we have to have 50 pairs. So I went and added a special wolf. Okay, can't open that. But what this is, it is just a. Actually, is that a wolf? Hold on, let's see something. I'm gonna do this. It's just a, what's it called? I think of it. It's a, I think it's a bat that's got a full background. It's not white. It is like a golden color, the color of the moon or whatever, the sun behind it. I just want to check something here. I see there's an error here. I don't think that's supposed to be wolf. That's supposed to be bat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into our game folder, which is, let me just bring this up here so you can see what I'm doing. So that is going to be, where is it? Halloween card game, Halloween memory game assets, Halloween game assets, no, resources, cards. So over here, this is our wolf special. This is, yeah, so that's supposed to be a bat. So let's go and rename that. And then while we're here, I can give you a image. Well, let's see. So this is the cards that I've made. All I've done is just added a small little border around them so that you can match the different colored borders with each other. So that's a blue border, that's a green border, and then the same thing with the other ones. The cats have like orange borders, and then the house has a blue border, and so on. They've each got blue, green, orange, purple, red, and yellow border. So that in total, that adds up to 49 matching pairs, plus that bat special one with a full background color. Okay, so now that we've got that sorted, let us go and start working on this button quick. So we need to go to our game scene. So let's go into our game scene here. And on our canvas, I am going to add in a new button there. And then I am going to reposition this in the top corner somewhere, but first I am going to add in a background to it, so that we'll add in our background image of it. Then let's go and position it in the top right, and then what we want to do is we want to go into our scene. We could probably move this a little bit and then resize it. So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, and then I'm going to put it -50 by -50. Actually, just go -25. 5 minus 25, just so it doesn't overlap the cards in the difficult level that much. So what's next? Let us go and rename this. So we don't want it to be called button, we want it to be called back. Not like that. Okay, so let's go change the color. We'll change it to white, then we'll make it bold. We'll set it to about 30, 35 rather. Yeah, actually no, 30, 32. So we'll do that. So that looks fine. Okay, now what we need to do is on our button, we need to go and add in an on-click. And then on our UI manager, let's see, on our UI manager, let's open that up. On our UI manager, actually, let's see, where can we put this? Game manager, add buttons, no, menu manager. Do we have a? Okay, so what we want to do is we will do it on our UI manager. So in our UI manager, let's go and create a new method here, and this we will be calling private. No, actually it needs to be public. Public void. We'll call this back, and then in here all we'll need to say is scene manager dot load scene. What is it called? Global. We will go back, I think we'll go back to our level, actually we'll go back to the beginning just so that we can go through all the scenes again, because if we go back to our, actually no, we can go back to our level select scene. Yeah, so I'll do that. Let's go and get rid of this because we can just use this method over here. So what I'll do is on our UI on our button on our canvas, we can go and add that straight in because it already exists. So drag in our UI, and then we can select the, what is it called, level select button. So when we play the game from our main menu, now we are able to navigate from one scene to the other. So we can go from the main menu to the level select. Then we also have this back button here that we can press and go back to our level select. Then we can go press the back button, get to go to our main menu. Not that you want to, because there's only one button. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So now that we have, now that we have all of these cards, these different types of cards, we have our main, or our what's called our level, our hard level and our medium level actually work now. So you see, you can match the two. Those are wrong because obviously the borders are different. So you have to try and find the matching pairs. The only problem with this is it's a bit small. I should have made those borders a bit bigger. But now you can see that you can now press this back button and go and select different levels. So there you got a match. So now that we've got these two matches, I want to go ahead and display some sort of message that pops up for like a second or maybe half a second before these two cards disappear. So let us go and do that. So what we want to do in our game scene, we want to add in a new panel. So in our canvas, let's go UI panel. And this will be called match. Actually, let's say match found panel. Okay. So whenever we find a match, we are going to display this panel. So for now, let's go and change the size of it. So in our scene, we can resize this. So because we don't want it to be the full size of the screen. So let's go and put it in the middle, like that. And then we don't really want a background, do we? So we will go and make it transparent so we can see straight through it. And actually, we'll see what it looks like. Let's see, do we have an image that we can use? We can't use any of the cards. We could probably use our back button image. Do we want? Let's try that. So let's go and add in an image onto here. So let's go UI image, and then on there we will select the background. So we'll assign that to that image, and then on that image we will go and expand that to No, I don't like that. Let's go and get rid of it. I don't like the corners. But we will make the image nothing, and then we'll change the color of it to be, let's see, what color looks better. Blue, probably like an orangey color to match the theme, something like that. Okay, we'll leave that like that for now. And then what we want to do now is we need to add in this message. So on our image, we need to add in a text. And then on here, we will say match found, something like that. We'll bold that, and then we'll increase the size to about 50. And then we can expand that to match the whole thing. The whole image size, then push this into the center, like that probably. And then we could probably make this bigger. How about 100? What does that look like? Match found. Okay, so I'm going to make this 75, but then I'm going to make this smaller like that. And then, actually no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do that to our panel, so it resizes everything. And then I'm going to position that in the center of the screen like that. So that looks better, I think. So match found. What else do you want to do? Let's try and make this about 65. That's better. Okay, so let's see, what else do we want to do? Trying to think of a way to make this look better, but I can't think of anything. You know what, let's just get it working for now, and then we'll focus on how we want it to look. So what we want to do is, obviously we don't want this to be visible, so I am going to disable this at the moment. And then if we go back to our scripts, we need to go and figure out where we where we go and I can't think today. The same place where we enable or set active our end of game panel is pretty much what we want to do with our match found panel. So game over panel set active. So this is where we are setting that to be active. So check if game is complete. If it's complete, we'll set that to be active. So now we want to see, and we want to say, where is our match found? So deal with matching cards. So I'm guessing it's probably in here. So wait for 1.5 seconds, and if the first guess is equal to the second guess, then okay, so this is where we are doing all of that. This is where we're setting the card to be inactive, and then we are also setting the card to be transparent so we can't see it. So before we do all of that, up here we want to go and set that to be we want to go and set our the match found panel to be active. So here we can go and say match found panel dot set active, and obviously this is not autocomplete because we don't have a match found panel component yet. So we can go and make that over here somewhere. So we can go and copy, paste that, and then instead of game over panel, we will say match found panel. So now that error should disappear. And then when that happens, check if game is complete. So okay, I'm gonna copy this. Well, first of all, let's go here and say set match so we'll set that to active, and then after the 1.5 seconds, when the card disappears, we want the panel to disappear along with it. So we'll go and set that to false, and then we want to set that to not active. Okay, so we'll save that, And then now we need to go back into our Unity editor here, and we need to go and drag that into our, what is it called? Our game manager, so that we can see this working. So let's go to our main menu, we'll save that and play the game and see what this looks like. So if we play, I'm going to play the easy one just so that we can actually have a chance to get the right cards. So there we go. So match found, cool. So the only thing I don't like about that is it waits a bit before all of that is done. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change this from 1.5 seconds to 0.5 seconds and see what that looks like. And then we will start this again. And hopefully now that works better, so that didn't work. Okay, so match found. Hold on, something's wrong here. What is it? Game manager, pictures, card buttons, bat. So that's the first and the fourth one. So this one and this one. This one and this one. Bat border blue. Bat border match found, yeah. And green, so that's fine. Game complete. It took you 10 guesses to complete the game. Select level, easy. Let's try that again. Game manager. Okay, so it's only picking bats, but it's still shuffling them. So that works. Bat border green. Not that one. What's this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is orange supposed to be. So this one and this one is supposed to match, but they don't have an orange border. Let's go and check that out quick. So where is it? Folder as well. Game development, Halloween card, yeah, assets, resources, cards, bat border orange. That has a border, bat border orange. What? I'm confused. Maybe it just blends into the background. Match found. Yeah. Let's try that again. Canvas, game manager, bat. The fourth one, so this one. I don't zoom into that quickly and see. It doesn't have. Okay, so it does have a border. It's just blending into the background. Okay, so that's fine. That's not a big issue. What I want to figure out is actually I'm going to set that to 0.1. Let's just try and see if that makes a difference. Well, we need to figure out the only thing left for this game is to figure out how to not get the first level only to include bats. So easy. Let's go and see if they're still bats. They are bats. So this one and this one should match. Okay, so that's fine. That matches. This one, that doesn't match. Green. That matches. Blue and blue, that matches. Those two match. Okay, match found. Great. Game complete. It took you 6 guesses to complete the game. That's perfect. Okay, so now let's jump into our script here and see where we are getting where we are assigning our cards, because we don't want them to. We don't want the first level to only include bats. I'm gonna go and see what our second level is. Medium, game manager, bat border blue, bat border. Bat border purple. Bat purple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. If we try our hard one, obviously our hard one includes all of our cards, so it's going to be a duplicate of every single card. So there's going to be 2 of each, well, they should be 2 of each, which is fine. So for the first level, we need to figure out how to stop this from only including bats, because that's annoying. I mean, it's not a big issue, but that is annoying. We could probably try and see what we can do. So add button, let's see what we're doing here. Add, instantiate the card button, yeah. So we're not assigning the background picture in there. Where are we doing it? Probably in here. So get pictures, here we're getting the pictures. So level divided by 2. Let's see. In our resources, in our cards, let's go out there. In our cards folder. Yeah, so the bats are the first one. So 1, 7, 8. Okay. Get pictures. Okay. That's probably why. Okay, so we still need to change that, so let's go and see if this works. If we play the game now, hopefully, obviously we won't get 8 cards, rather we will get our 20 cards. And then in our game manager, we should have bat, cat, bat. Okay, so let's see, bat, purple, bat, purple. Actually, let's just go and match these. So bat, purple will match with bat, purple, so it's going to be that one. No, it's not. It's going to be that one. Okay, so, and then it's going, let's just get this wrong quick. Okay, so there's a big, we need to change that. I don't like that. Card flipped, check if game is complete. Yield return 1.1 seconds. I am just going to add in another delay over here of 1.5 seconds, just to make that delay of when you don't match a card a bit longer, just so it doesn't look stupid. So easy will get one wrong, so those are wrong. Okay, so that delay is better. So let's go match these quick and see if this if it is if they are any duplicates or multiple. So bat green needs to be that one and that one. The purple one needs to be that one and this one. That one and that one. Bat red needs to be these two together. The cat needs to be matched with the cat, so that is going to be that one. And then, what else? What's this one? The bat yellow is going to be matched with this one. The orange one, this one, is going to be matched with this one. And then the bat special is going to be matched with this one. Rather, these two. Match found. Okay, so what have we got left? Bat, cat purple. We have got blue. Where is it? Oh, so sorry. That's bat. That's cat blue. So cat blue is at 9, and then obviously we wanted 5. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one. Cool. So we want at 4 we have bat, and then at 7 we have bat. So those two. This one is a bat, 7, and no, that's probably the orange bat. So let's see, where's our orange bat? The first one. Okay, and then we have our last one. So after this, we should have a match game complete. So it took you 16 guesses to complete the game. So that's cool. Perfect. I think that's pretty much it. for this game. We could take this one step further and going into our pictures and just picking out random cards or backgrounds for the first level or for every level, just so that we don't have, or actually yeah, for the first and the second level, just so that we don't have always have the bats and the cats in the first level, because what it's doing is it's going through our array of cards over here, and because our first level only has 20 cards, it's only getting the first 10 pictures in the list, so that is probably going to be from there about up to there. So it's all, the first level will always include the bat and a few of the cat pictures. The second level will obviously include all of the bat pictures right up until that's going to be 7, 14, so it's going to be bat until house somewhere. And then obviously, because the hard level has got 100 cards, which means half of that is 50, and we actually have exactly 50 different cards, that means you have to play the hard level if you want to have all the cards in our list. But yeah, that is a little bit more complicated to do, so I think we'll end this game series on this note. It's completely finished. We have a working memory game over here, so you can play it. I mean, it's not the best, but you get the idea. You match cards. If they are correct, you get a message saying they're correct. If not, then you keep matching them. So that one goes with that, so that like that. And then obviously the aim of the game is to match them in as little like reveals or guesses that you can. So you have to try and remember which cards you flipped over and which cards are which that you have flipped over, so that you can match them to the new ones that you flipped over. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this game. I haven't really decided what our next game is, but I think I am going to switch it back up to our Space Hopper game for a couple of episodes, or maybe even a week, 3 episodes. So we'll see how that goes when we start it in the next episode. But yeah, I will announce what our next game is probably within the next 1 or 2 episodes of the Space Hopper game. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode and this game series. So hopefully you enjoyed this game. I did. It's a nice Halloween themed game, theme of the season. So we will probably make we'll probably start theming our games on the season. So obviously this was a Halloween theme because it's released in Halloween. The next big one I think is Christmas, so I think we will do something of a Christmas game later on in December maybe. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next episode. Goodbye.